Y'all ready?
Let's do it.
A-Max is in the building. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Or is it shoe? Show? Anyways, I know I'm late to the party, and I don't give a damn. Because the discussion that I'm going to have is a little bit different than what everybody else has been talking about. We already heard of all the stuff. Kawhi Leonard got the 3-year contract. I believe he got 3 years. He didn't want anyone to have anything over 3 years. That's what supposedly was reported. Paul wanted the 4 years. They wasn't gonna give him the 4 years. I think that was probably the straw that broke the camel's back. We're gonna come back to that in a second. And then of course he fished out the other teams to see who would want to give him the 4 year and a decent contract behind it. And of course it was the 76ers. I believe it was 212 million 4 years or something like that, which is absolutely insane, by the way. But nonetheless, he got the contract that he wanted. Okay, and so based off this situation, me just observing, completely ignorant to it, right? Because I don't know none of these guys behind closed doors, so I'm not talking to none of these guys about this situation. But based off what I've observed, and I'm looking at it from a human level, I believe that Kawhi Leonard forced them out. I honestly believe that, right? Not like, oh man, I don't want Paul George here no more type of force out, but just based off the things that Paul George observed, I believe it forced him to leave. So think about it. He gets there, they give up so much for him, okay? Shai Gilgeous, I believe Gallinari, a lot of other picks, etc., etc. But he gets there, and of course on the front end, I think both guys were injured quite a bit. It's funny because I believe they played more games as time went by. I believe the last 2 years, like the year that just passed and the year before that, was the most games played between both. I could be wrong. Y'all let me know in the comments, but I believe so. But you think about this. I believe he felt loved on the front end. It's like, damn, they willing to give up all of this for me? Now, I don't think the organization necessarily wanted to do that, but they obviously did that for Kawhi. And it doesn't matter if the organization did it for Paul, but if I'm Paul, I'm like, damn, my man Kawhi Leonard pushed them into a corner to give all this up for me. So of course I'm gonna come there and make this duel with my mans. So I believe he really felt that love on the front end. You're getting paid, they're giving up so much for you. Let's do this. Let's go after these chips, right? And so from what I was told, I was told during their run, they made it to the Western Conference Finals, and based off the Clippers' history, they haven't even made it to the Western Conference Finals many times. Maybe that was their only time they've ever done it. Maybe Chris Paul and Lob City. Y'all let me know in the comments about that. But getting back to what I was saying, you got all this going on with Paul George. Somebody's willing to do all of this to get you there. So you felt love, you come, right? And you remember, even though you're probably told by your agent and other people behind closed doors, hey man, he got some injury issues there. Well, I get he got injury issues, but look what he did for Toronto. That's what you're thinking. Like, even if you got even if people are coming to you in Paul George that, man, he got some injury issues there, it may go bad down the road. In your mind, you like, look, this man done did all of this to get me there. Plus, I've already seen with these same injuries that y'all talking about, he was able to carry the Raptors to a chip. I'm still all in. And so on the front end, of course he showed up. I don't think too many people wouldn't shown up. Somebody's doing all of that to get you there. And then they've already shown the proof of being able to carry a team to a chip. So I think a lot of us would have made that same decision. And I believe he's from California or somewhere in the West. So everything that you could think of lined up. Location, the guy showing the things that he did to get you there, prove that he can win you a chip. So I really don't blame Paul George for going to the Clippers. So now what happens is you get there, and of course y'all blew the 3-1 lead to the Denver Nuggets. That's unfortunate, but it happens. You do that. Okay, now the years go by and you have those couple of years where y'all really didn't play a lot of games. I think 30, 40 games, 50 games maybe. You probably playing in the playoffs as time go by, but Kawhi Leonard can't really show up no more because for whatever reason, those knees, which I believe, this is the thing, I believe with those knees, he was already told on the front end about the history, the injury history. But when he really got there and got to like be there with Kawhi and got to see those games that he missed and why he was missing them, because I'm pretty sure he was asking questions. I'm pretty sure he didn't go in so naive. Not at this point of his life. He's not a 21-year-old. He's in his 30s. And when they got with each other, I think they was already early 30s or late 20s. So he's already asking these questions like, damn, what's going on with Kawhi? He's always missing games. He's, after a while you're gonna start asking those questions. And I'm pretty sure he was given enough information over time on, look, those knees are never gonna get better. And I don't know if Kawhi always had those knee issues when it comes to degenerate knees, because I knew a guy back in the day, Derek Tipler, one of the best players that I've ever had the pleasure of watching in my life. I think he was about 5'9", 5'10", point guard out of New Magic County Central High School. Absolutely sensational guy. I don't think he was a McDonald's All-American nominee, but I think he was on the cusp of that. I think he should have been one. Again, one of the best guys I've ever seen. Ends up going to Three Rivers, and then he ended up going to D1 and Arkansas State. And I think the knee issues really hampered him from really like progressing to that next level. And there's only so much you can do when you got knee issues at 5'9", 5'10", compared to somebody that's 6'6", 6'7", like a Kawhi. So I don't know if he. So the point I'm making here, I don't know if Kawhi always had those knee issues, or did it happen once he got into the NBA. Or was it he kind of had some bad issues, and then you had the issue with Zaza Pachulia? Did that open up bust open the damn wide open to really go down there? I don't know. The point is, he's going to always have those knee issues. And on the front end, it wasn't an issue because you saw him carry a team, and he did all this stuff to vouch for you to get you there. But as time go by, you're not winning. And so after a while, it's going to get irritating. Like, damn, like the first couple of years, you're like, no big deal. Third year come, you're like, kind of. Fourth year, it's like, come on, man. Like, it's only so many years you're going to be patient to where you're like, damn, like that thing that I was probably, that he was most likely told about on the front end, it's going to bother you. So now you fast forward it. You got the year that just passed. Kawhi Leonard was like, he kind of showed up, but then he was gone. So they get kicked out again. And do you think it's going to get better next year? No. Like, he played the most games that he's played. I ain't going to say in his career, because I think he had some 70 games. Maybe he did. Y'all let me know in the comments. But this was definitely the most games he played since he's been with the Clippers, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think it's going to get better next year. If he was as healthy as he was going to be this past season, and he still wasn't able to finish off the series, it's not going to happen, y'all. So now you're frustrated, right? It's like, I believed in this guy. I believed that this guy was going to help me get to that next level of winning a chip. I was going to make my money. Everything was going to be great, all right? It doesn't happen. This last year just happened, right? Which is bad. But then you go and try to negotiate this 4-year contract. Like, look, I'm on my way out. I'm in my pretty much mid-30s at this point. I want to get a 4-year contract. This will be my last contract, my last big contract of my career. And then I can just kind of, ride off into the sunset. And they won't even give it to me. And I'm pretty sure he understood why he didn't get it. I'm pretty sure Kawhi was the reason why he didn't get it. Right? Because again, it was reported Kawhi got the 3-year. He didn't want anyone to get more than a 3-year. And I'm pretty sure somebody gave that information to him. So now it's like, we're not winning. The injuries that I was told about on the front end, it happened the way that they said it was going to happen. I'm not winning. I want 4 more years for my security, and I can't even get it because of him. I gotta go. So with all of that being said, I believe that Kawhi Leonard forced Paul George to go to the Sixers, and that's okay. The team drew a line in the sand. They said, we still value Kawhi. We value him more than you, because we could have signed your musty ass. And I'm talking about Paul. We could have signed you, but Kawhi said no more than 3, and you wanted more than 3. And you got your 3 over there with the 76ers. So I guess the 76ers value you enough to give you the 4 that you wanted. All right. So that's my thoughts on the thing. Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments, and this is embarrassing because I'm doing this again. I did this on the front end yesterday, and I'll probably be doing this for a while until I remember my outro. But so I'm just reading my outro to y'all. This is embarrassing. And hit the like button if you're still here. I appreciate that. All right, y'all. This video is coming to a close, as all things must do. Amen.